First light cuts.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We're going on from the last video. As you can see, we found out we need the lime. So that's our first application. So what we're going to do it in stages of doing the lime, getting some nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, or potash, sorry, onto it. So as I said, this is our first stage, pushing up the lime. Just let me get sorted here. And we'll push the line bar on the right hand side of the screen up to the recommended levels, which then gets us what we need. So we'll push on a bit and we're nearly done the headland. And we'll just get the rest of this field done. So I'll catch up with you when we're getting on to the next product. So we're now back with the second product. We're adding the potash to the field. So I think the big question is, why are we doing this? Well, let's start with the lime. If your soil pH isn't right, you can put all the chemicals on in the world and the crop won't grow, because the chemicals need the right conditions to work. So your pH is basically like having a bitter hot drink, which, because it's bitter, you can't drink it. If you add sugar to it, it frees it up and make it more palatable. This is sort of what you're doing with adding lime and adding the pH. So when the time comes to add your nitrogen and your potash, phosphorus, they work. And when you're spending a lot of money on chemicals and what have you, you need to have that working and the crop being able to uptake them and look after you. Because the more you look after the land will look after you, giving you a yield. And as we're looking to improve the yield for the crop, which will then improve the feed for the cattle because we've got more, it's what we need to do. Yes, you can leave it. Yes, you can go down the organic route. But for things like nitrogen, that could be too much. if you had the two things what spring to my mind, by adding the likes of chicken or turkey manure or muck, that can be too hot. And in being too hot, that then actually burns the ground where it's tipped on. And that actually scars the land. You won't get no yield from it and nothing will grow. So you have to apply it in the right quantities. So that's this field done. What I'll now do is, I'll now pause again, and as we're adding the next product, I'll come back to you. Right, everyone, I'm back. I didn't show you the phosphorus because that's repetitive. I thought I'd show you this. This is the other way we can add to the land, by adding dry fertilizer instead of spraying it on. So we're spreading on nitrogen, which really is perfect timing because we've got about 13 minutes till it rains. What we don't want is this to be sitting on the ground constantly, because that can evaporate into the atmosphere. So we really need this going onto our land, not evaporating because it's expensive. So the rain will wash it into the ground and give us a boost. I'm not overly bothered that this won't fill the bar up. Because we'll come back in March, April time to top it all up so the crop gets the last growth and a feed. So this is the way we have improving our land, ready for next harvest of the grass, which hopefully will bring us a better yield and more food for the cows. So with that, I will thank you for watching. I'll just finish off the last field, and I'll catch you on the next one, which will be possibly soil prep for our next crops. So thank you once again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Yeah. First light cuts